Learning OIC file integration isn't just another skill, but it has indispensable value. Whether it's for ERP migration, supplier collaboration, or bank reconciliation, learning this feature will unlock the ability to accelerate the data processing, which in turn drives the business efficiency. So, it's needless to say, adding this expertise to your toolkit has its strategic advantages. In this demonstration, we will explore a scheduled file integration in Oracle Integration Cloud or OIC that downloads, reads, and processes file data from an FTP server. Here is what we will achieve. First, we will list the files in an FTP folder using a stage file action, download them into OIC's temporary buffer area via the FTP adapter, read their contents with another stage file, and write the process data into a new file format. This integration is especially useful when client needs to access the files from a third-party system such as banks, customers, or suppliers and transform them into a format ready for Fusion ERP. This is a 9-step process. Step number 1 is to create a scheduled integration. We begin by creating a scheduled integration since this integration will run on a predefined frequency without any trigger from outside system. Step number 2 is to set up an FTP connection to list the files. We create a new FTP adapter connection. In the adapter's property, we set the role to invoke as this integration initiates the call. At the endpoint configuration, we choose the operation list files as this allows us to pull the file names from the FTP folder. Step number 3. Now we drag the FTP connection into the integration flow and configure the mapper to define the structure of the output. After the test run, we examine the activity stream and download the response payload to view the listed files. We then add a logger to track the number of files or file count, define a variable to store the directory and file name. A sustainable method here would be to use a lookup to derive the reusable values such as file names and directories. Update the list files mapper to use these values. Step number 4. The response payload that we get from the activity stream is in XML format, and this includes repeating elements, namely file. To process each file, we add a for each loop, and since we want to handle any iteration level errors gracefully, say we have an issue with the second file. For this, we wrap the for each block inside a scope and configure a local fault handler to capture specific error.